Welcome to Whispering Maples. This is going to be section 5 of my garden tour. And it is late June, just trying to get some videos in so I can show the new growth and how things are progressing during this time of the year. And we're just going to walk through here. I wanted to kind of give you a view of how the garden looks. And I'll start going through each tree one at a time. If you like the video, please like and subscribe and leave any comments on any suggestions of videos you would like to see. All right, so this right here is Tattoo. Right there is Red Panda. And this one is, I staked this one up, trying to get a little height on this one. My other Red Pandas seem to want to go wide, but you can see some of the new growth. This right here is called Ban Shosho. And this right here is Fukuzumi. This big tree over here is Crimson Queen. And this has been here a while. This is easily 5, maybe 6 feet tall and probably a good 8 to 10 feet wide. Right here is Mayday. And this is Emerald Lace. And Emerald Lace is so good. I mean, the leaves are so small, but you literally get no burn. And this is getting pretty much full sun. It's such a great tree. Right here, this is called Domingo. And this is Frankie Boy. And this is Rhode Island Red. And this has stayed pretty red all year. It's starting to green up a little bit, but still looks very good. And this right here is Indian Summer. And this tree is absolutely amazing. I've talked about this on other videos, but this is one that got some burn first year or two in the ground, and now it's just doing absolutely great. Giving me such good colors. And it's growing. I mean, it's getting up there. This is probably, I would guess, 6.5 feet tall. This right here is Ornatum. And I'll show the Indian Summer from that view. This is a Ginkgo American. And this will turn really bright yellow. And behind it is Marmalade. All right, this is Hub Store. This right here is Miss Maple. this one is Lady Abyss. All right, down here is a little whipcord. This is a Kurenaidishi. A lot of the trees at this point have greened up. What is this one? I forgot. It'll be Angel the Prince. And this thing put on a show earlier during the spring. Here is a Shishigashira. This is Koto no Ito. All right, this one is Carnival, and it's getting a lot of sun. When I researched, it said that this one actually needs a lot of sun, but I think I'm gonna move it. It's starting to get burnt, and I'll probably move it this week and swap it with something else. All right, this right here is Baldwin. Like Golden Wiltoni down here. And this one is called Horsford. And this right here is Tobioshu. And Tobioshu is really nice. It's gonna get really red in the fall. And this one will get pretty out there. It's going to be about as wide as it is tall. All right, this right here is Uniyama. And this right here is Koi. And it's a shame, this one would have been a lot bigger, but I accidentally dropped a shovel on it and took out half the tree last year. But it's rebounding and doing well. All right, this one right here is Ladybug. And here's the Tobioshu from this view. This one is Peaches and Cream. And this is a great tree. It's just not doing a whole lot right now though. But eventually it'll give me some ridiculous colors. But you can still see a lot of the really nice variegation on this. And this is a Makawa type called Easy Being Green. All right, this right here is Pacific Fire. And I bought this as a small liner, but it's growing and doing well. And this is a stone pine called Blue Dwarf. Okay. This is Galacopendula. And it's doing really good. You can actually see a cone on it. And then this will get, I'll just keep it going around. All right, this one is called White Horse. And I've got two of these. The other one's bigger and it's giving me some really nice cones. But this one has not got there yet, but still looks good and healthy. All right, this one is Phantom Flame. I know a lot of people really like Phantom Flame, but I have been a little bit underwhelmed on this one. And probably part of that is next to it is Emerald Sunset, which is to me much nicer. And this one's just now starting to green up, but even then you see it's got all these nice maroon tips. All right, this one is Venetian, also known as Purple Smoke. All right, this right here is Dragon Tears, and you can see how the sun just filters through it and gives you some amazing colors. Let's see. This is a mugu pine called Lierhard. All right, we'll walk down here. You can see the Crimson Queen from this angle as well. Right there is a crepe myrtle, but it's a different type. It's but it gets really tall. All right, this one is called Marielle, and it gives you some nice tipping on the edges. See if you can see it. This is a koi. And this is Taylor Sunburst, and this will give you some amazing yellows, but right now it's greened up, but it's doing very well. This right here is Kiyohime, and this will give you some amazing colors in the spring, but they're still a pretty good tree. Behind that is Purple Ghost, and this one obviously has greened up quite a bit. This is Abajo. Right here is Lily Pad. And as I said in a previous video, I'm going to move this one come winter time. And the reason being is there's another lily pad right next to it, which I did not realize when I planted it. And this right here is Firecracker. And I showed another one in a previous video where it was in more shade and it was more green. This gets a lot of sun early. It's just now getting some late day shade. This is Mayday. And I believe this is Lemon Flare. Nope, sorry, Acro Yellow. Next to that is Mama Fu. And this will give you some amazing colors, but right now you can see on the new growth maybe some of the great colors it gets. But for the most part, this tree has greened up quite a bit. And you'll see it will give you some big leaves and then they'll become smaller in time. This is Blue Haze. And I think this one's Troll. Yep, here's a ginkgo called Troll. And then right behind it is another ginkgo called Spring Grove. This is Aocha. And you'll see it gives you some really nice yellows in the needles. And then right here is Cereus. And I had this in the ground and I dug it up, I think it was last year. So it's been in this pot for about a second season. And the reason I dug it up is because I knew how big it was going to get and wanted to try to control the growth a little bit. This is Hub's Red Willow. Biltmore Blue. And this is my large moonrise. And primarily green right now, but it's just a matter of time before this puts on a show. This golden spreader. Let me show you this Emerald Sunset again, just because it's so nice. And then over here is a Mikawa Yatsubusa seedling. And this one had the most amazing fall colors last year. So I'm interested to see what it does. And here's one that's really surprised me. This is called Father Waters. And you can see it's held the color so far this season very well. This is one I would recommend. I think it's very underrated. All right, over here is Mile High. And this is another one that's gonna get really big. Over here is Brocade. And this one has looked really good this year. It's been green, but I would imagine it's called Yellow Bird, so I would imagine it's going to get yellow at some point. But the leaves are doing well and very healthy. All right, right here, and this one's getting out there pretty good. This is Eye of the Tiger, and this had some amazing colors earlier on, but it's pretty much just green at this point. But as you can see, the leaves are healthy and it's doing well. This right there is Aria. This over here is Bonfire. And this is supposed to have amazing spring and fall colors. And behind it, you can see I had potted up a bunch of lilies into a pot, and they're putting on a show right now. All right, this is Starry Skies. All right, right here is Celebration. Sorry, I'm trying to stay out of the sun so I'm not covering everything with shade. All right, and this right here is Catalina Yatsubusa. All right. This right here is Miss Piggy. This is Bihu. All right, this one right here is Blushing Beauty. And you can see some of the blushing it's starting to get. And this is Ojishi. And this one you can see how thick that is. Yeah, once again, thanks to Corbin on this one. He let me know at one of the open houses how nice the Ojishis were. All right, this right here is, I think it's Shayna. Let me double check. Yeah, it's Shayna. Yeah, sometimes Shayna and Elizabeth look a lot alike. So I just wanted just to double check. And you can see the Ojishi from that side as well, how nice it looks. This is the Blues. And I really can't wait for some of these to get bigger. This is Gold Coin, Pinus Sylvestris. This is Makawa Cayenne. All right, this is Nana Lutia. This right here is Nemo. This is Japanese Princess. All right, this right here is Joan. And this gave me some really nice colors earlier, but it's, as you can see, it's greened up, but it's given me some yellows in the splotching, which is actually really nice. All right, this one right here is Ogon. And then I'll just show this because this is the first signs of my crepe myrtles. I've got about 5 or 6 of them. But this is the first one giving me blooms. All right, this right here is called Reginald Broom. This is a red panda. Probably my smallest one, but it's it will grow. This right here is Michael Steinhardt. I'm getting some crispy leaves, but not too many. This is supposed to be very heat tolerant. It's also supposed to get out there pretty big. This one's called Golden Woolstart. This one is Ophir. Got another Mystic Makawa up front. And this is Mino Yatsubusa. And this is one that's going to give you amazing fall colors. You can see the blue haze again. And this is Aunt Irene. And I've got 2 of these and they're both doing really well. Okay. This is Bazinga. And this is Yellow Cascade. This one's getting beat up by the sun. I should have moved it last year. I just want it here, and I'm hoping that my dancing peacock would shade it out, but it's not going to happen. So I'm afraid to move it now because I think it'll kill it. But I'm going to move this this winter. And if you feel like I should move this sooner, please comment and let me know. All right, this is the dancing peacock, and this is doing so good. You can see some of the colors on this thing already. And this is going to get the most amazing colors in the fall. You can see some more of that red tipping. And I'll show you how that tree looks. And once this got bigger, I thought that Yellow Cascade would be good, but I just don't think I have the time to wait on this thing to grow. All right, this is Judy Girl Broom. All right, I think this is, let's see. Yep, Catalina Yatsubusa. Right here is Goshiki Kotohime, and I'm sorry, Goshiki Shidari. And I've mentioned that I've got 4 of these. 3 of them are showing great variegation because it's the whites. But I think this one's in too much sun. I wanted to give it a shot and see what it does in the sun. So this is one I'm definitely going to move come winter time. All right, and this right here is my Higasuyama. And yeah, not seeing a whole lot of variegation right now, but this is called Heartbeat. And this is one that's usually red, but it's greened up quite a bit. Here's a King's Gold. And right here is a Kristen Star. And this one's getting some burn. It may be just a little bit too much sun. But I'll probably leave it here and just see as it grows if it can handle more sun. All right, this is Ever Autumn. And this is called Silver Ray. And you can see the silver in the leaves or the needles. That is a Rezic. Here's some more of those lilies, but the bulbs on these were a lot smaller. So these probably won't bloom until another year or so. This is Kawahara Rose. And this is one that always puts on a show. It's yellow greened up right now, but still, even now the color's nice and just different than most of your other trees in the garden. And then you get the new growth and it looks so good. All right, this is a Divinely Blue. This right here is Octopus. And I specifically put this one here because next to it is Orangeola. And this is supposed to be very similar to Orangeola, but it's supposed to get more red. And you can see the Orangeola looks great, but it has greened up quite a bit. but it looks healthy and it's doing well. All right. This is Jubilee. And this one has greened up quite a bit, but still gives you some nice colors. And this right here, doing great, is Hot Rod. And you can see the colors in the leaves. And this thing was amazingly yellow in the spring, especially the bark was so yellow. All right. I think this is Orizuru. Yep, Orizuru. And you can see it's got some, sorry about that, but you can see it's got some really cool colors, pinks in the new growth. And then the rest of it, the splotching has been so consistent this year. I would say Orizuru and Uzunishki are very, very similar. I must show you the Uzunishki next so you can see it right after each other. The Uzunishki may get a little bit more white, but here's some more of that new growth. Let's see if I can. Yeah, you just see how nice that is. And this is the Uzunishki. And right now you see the green, but that's because it's new growth. But when you go into the leaves that has been there, you're seeing a lot of that variegation. Yeah, like I said, Uzunishki and Orizuru are so similar. But I really enjoy both of them quite a bit. All right, that's just a juniper called Lime Glow. This is Farnsburg. All right, this one is Wildfire. And this one's not really doing a whole lot, but what I will say to you is the bark gets a really nice color in the winter, but you can see the leaves are solid. You're not really getting a whole lot of burning on this thing. All right, this is Sukasa Silhouette. And it's pretty much just green at this point. All right, this one looks really good. This is Ryusen. And you can see there's an opening right there. That's because there was something coming out of it at the very bottom that I cut off this past winter. So this area will fill in, and then it'll look like this. Just looks so good, Ryusen. And I'm staking it up to get it even taller. Right now it's probably a good 5 feet tall. And this is Oyagasa, and it's pretty green, but the one thing I will notice is you get several clumps where you see all the seeds and they clump together. Okay. All right, and this right here is a Lilien's Jewel, and I bought this, I brought it back from the last open house, so I am hoping it does well. I can see some of the leaves are drying up a little bit. I've not always had the best luck with Lilien's Jewel, so I'm praying and hoping that this one does well. But it looks absolutely amazing. So, all right, this right here is Green Cascade, and it's giving you a lot of different colors on this thing. And I got one that I got from my girlfriend, and hers is in shade, and that thing is just a really nice green. But this is a completely different color than the one that she has because of the sun. All right, this is a Green Arrow. And this right here is Fire Chief. All right, here's just another Pendula. This is Greenstead Magnificent. And this one's doing really well in the pot. Behind it is Mikazuki. And this one doesn't do as good as my other one. I may decide to move this one or put it in a pot after this season. Right here, red pygmy. And it's, as you can see, it's greened up quite a bit, but red pygmy is always just so nice. All right, this is Rising Sun. Okay, this is Lima Gold. This one's called Throel. And this right here is Red Dawn. This had some nice red colors earlier, but this did green up fairly early, I believe. But it does have some nice tips, as you can see. All right, this right here is Cohort's Icebreaker. And over here is Nanowood Benny. And this one's growing like crazy. The new growth on it is really nice. But the rest of the tree is pretty much just greened up at this point. You can see a lot of new growth on this thing. Okay. And this is my double graft Hanamatoy. And you can see this one's a lot greener than my other Hanamatoys, which are more red. Because this one gets a lot more shade. But I do like it because it does give me different contrasts. Gives me some of the whites and the pinks, which you can see over here. All right, this is a Sparkling Arrow. This one is called Goldfinch. All right, and we're getting close to being done. This is White Peaches. And this one will give you some really nice variegation. Behind that is Green Mist. And then behind that is another Uzanishki. You can see what I'm talking about with the white splashing variegation. It's very consistent throughout the tree. All right, here's a really small ginkgo called Gnome. This right here is a Wave Leaf. All right here, this is Pincushion. And this is Plum Wine. This is Burgundy Jewel. And it gives you some pretty cool colors on some of the leaves. And what I can't tell is that I get some leaves that do this cupping down, and I can't tell if it's too much water or not enough water. So if you have any ideas, please leave a comment. This is the Vitafolium. All right, and this is Autumn Moon. And this one's kind of been a nightmare because when I first got it, I bought this from a local nursery called Pike's, and I put it in way too much sun, and it basically almost died. And then I moved it. I swapped it where my Shiraz is, and I used to have the Shiraz here. but you can see like in the middle, I've cut all that back. I've been cutting this thing back, trying to save the tree, and it's doing much better, but as you can see, I'm still getting some burnt leaves. And I thought I would have more shade back here. Sometimes it's hard to tell because as the season changes, what's sunny versus shady changes as well. All right, this is Charlotte Helene. All right, this is Eye Candy. And this is another one that's been frustrating. I mean, you can look at the leaves and you can see it's doing well, but it's green. I'm not getting any of the Eye Candy colors. And my understanding is this is not one that reverts. So hopefully later in the season I start seeing some. This is Gold Drift. All right, and this one right here is Strawberry Spring. And someone left a comment on one of my other videos because I've got another Strawberry Spring that's giving me a lot more colors. But I think this one's getting more shade, and that's why this one is greened up quite a bit. But it still looks healthy, and then you'll see it's got some new growth here with some colors. This is a Makawa Yatsubusa seedling. This right here is Orion. And you can see the new growth, how nice that new growth is. And then this big tree over here is Sharp's Pygmy. Yeah, this is a really nice size Sharp's Pygmy. I'll show you. And back here as well. All right, this one is Purple Umbrella. All right, and this one's Dragon Master, and I actually had this in a more sunny area, and it started frying, so I moved it back here, and you can see it's already starting to get me some new leaves, and it's doing much better back here. All right, this is Yellow Canary. And this one is Right Fred. All right, right here we got Bashful. This is Monkawa. Let's see which one this is. This one is Agape. There's another one. It's just kind of greened up on me. All right, this is Scarlet Princess. And the other one's got a lot more reds in it. So I may end up moving this one. We'll see. Now, this is an awesome tree. This is called, I'll show you the name just so you can see it. It's a Tommy Nabluki. And just look at these leaves. They're just amazing. Such a good tree. Show you some more down here. All right, right back here is radiant. And this one put on a show last year. It's just now starting to get some of the variegation. But yeah, come fall time, this thing's going to be putting on a crazy show. I can't wait to do a video on this one later on. But you're seeing it starting to give me some of that variegation. Such a great tree. All right, this one is called Bella. All right, this one is Purple Velvet. Like I said, a lot of my trees have just greened up at this point. All right, this right here is a Baby Ghost. And I'll show this. This is S Sunset. And a lot of leaves have gotten, I don't know if it's from, I assume, bugs, but got a lot of holes on these leaves. This is the first year in the ground. I bought this. That's a 10 gallon from Mr. Maple last year. So I am just praying that this thing does well and continues to grow. But you can see the underside of the leaves are just, it's just so nice. All right, this right here is, I think it's Goshiki. Yep, Goshiki Kodahime. All right, this right here is Magic Moon, and you can see it's starting to give me a lot of that molting. Yeah, it's just hard to see with the sun, but this is the best this tree has looked. All right, this right here is Mila, and this one's getting a lot more green, probably because it gets more shade, but you can see the new growth is really, really nice. You can see the sunset again. All right, this one is called Sensei. This is Naguri Nishiki, and hard to see because of the sun, but this one is, I don't think it's picking up on the camera, but this is giving you some very, very light green. Not quite white, but pretty close. Maybe you can see it better like that, yeah. Such a great tree. And here's one that I think is very underrated too, is Ajatan. The leaves are just so good on this thing. And this is gonna stay low and get wide. Very nice Ajatan. This right here is Green Elf. And we've only got 3 more trees after this. This is Elizabeth. And it's supposed to, give you some nice reds, as you can see on some of the new growth. But once again, it's greened up quite a bit. This right here is Orange Dream. Really not doing a whole lot. My other Orange Dream looks so much better than this one. All right, and this is First Ghost. And you can see the variegation is so nice on this one. But this is, like I said, this is zone 5 of my, or section 5 of my garden. So I hope you liked the video. Please like and subscribe. And like I said, please leave any comments, and I'm open to ideas of future videos. But I do hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great day.